I just now realized I wasn't recording. I'm so stupid. Hey guys, what's up? Today we're gonna be talking about my favorite brushes slash tools to apply my makeup. By the way, I cut my hair finally. You can't really, I mean, it's still pretty long, but I haven't brushed it since I cut it like a month ago. So y'all are just now getting to see it. I also put highlights in it, but like they're subtle. Anyway, special guest today, Zozo, also known as Zoe, also known as Zoe, also known as La Mona. Am I disturbing your nap? Anyway, we're gonna be talking about my favorite brushes. I'll tell you guys why I love them, what I use them for, the whole shebang. Let's get started, because there's a lot. I'm gonna go in order of how I put my face on. So the first thing are beauty sponges. This is actually the Real Techniques beauty sponge. I'm pretty sure there's a specific name for it. I don't know what it is. I'll put it down below. But this is just the Real Techniques sponge. I'm pretty sure this is somewhere between $4 and $5. Really great sponge, really squishy. It gets really big when you wet it. That's what she said. Ew. Anyway. Really great sponge. I really like how this applies my foundation. It shears it out enough to where I don't have a ton of excess product on my face, but it does still give me a good amount of coverage. This is actually the Sonia Kashuk beauty sponge. I don't think there's a specific name for it. You can actually get 2 of these in a pack for $10. Really good deal. I love this sponge when I want like a full coverage look. This is a lot more dense. It's a lot more firm, but it does pack a punch. So be gentle with yourself. Again, this provides a lot more coverage, but it still keeps me from putting too much product on my face. Really love these 2 sponges. The next 2 things are actually foundation brushes. Now, I don't actually put my like liquid foundation on with a brush. I like these more for like powder foundation when I need a little bit more coverage. So the first one is the Morphe M439. Everybody talks about this brush. Everybody loves putting on their liquid foundation with this, and you can use it. It is a nice brush to like buff in your foundation. I like it for powder foundation. It's dense enough to where you get a lot of really good coverage. It just blends real nice. The next one is the same actually brush. This is the Luxie 532. It's the round top blender. This does basically the same thing the Morphe brush does, but I just like Luxie brushes. I feel like the quality is there. It's a really soft brush. Again, very good for buffing in powder foundation. You can use this with liquid foundation. I like the shape because it buffs really evenly. I really like these round top like kabuki brushes for powder foundation when I want more coverage. I don't know what that was. Okay, the next couple of brushes. Now, this one I feel like I have difficulties with. This one is the Morphe E1. I don't even know if they make this brush anymore. If I'm being completely honest, I wouldn't recommend you go out and buy this because this is already broken on me. Like this metal piece came off the wooden handle and I had to glue it back together because I really like this brush, but I was really disappointed that it broke, and it broke within like a couple months of me buying it. Anyway, but I like to use this to set my makeup with powder, or if I've put on too much of something, too much blush, too much bronzer, I use this with a little powder foundation to like buff out edges, and it gives me like a smooth blend. I can also use this with a translucent powder to like set my face, and I normally do that with the Urban Decay, what is it called? Velvetizer? I normally use it with that after a long day if I just want to touch up my makeup, and I usually use this brush to just like pat in my T-zone with the Velvetizer. That's what I use this brush for. Now a similar option is actually, this one's smaller, but this one is from Moda. This is the Royal and Langnickel. I don't know what this is called. It's like a rose gold powder brush. I can't remember what it's called. If I can find it, I'll leave it like down below. It comes in a set, and the other brush we're actually going to talk about in a minute, but I really like this again for translucent powder to like touch up in the middle of the day if I need it, to buff away like blush or bronzer if I've applied too much. This actually also really works well to like mesh your highlight into your blush and bronzer, you know what I'm saying? This is a really nice brush. I'm pretty sure it's kind of affordable. It's not like $2 or anything, but it's kind of affordable. It's really great quality. The handle feels nice. The bristles are really nice. They're really soft. Love this brush. Now the next brush, this is actually a stippling brush. I use this to either apply my blush or blend out my blush if I've like gone too far. This is the Morphe M409, and again, it's just a regular stippling brush. You can actually also use this to apply your foundation, and it applies just like a light, very like airbrushed layer. This is used by a lot of makeup artists to apply like liquid products because of the duo fiber. Anyway, this is a really nice brush, really soft. Again, I really like it like to blend out my blush if I've put on too much, or to blend my blush into my bronzer. Really into this, really soft, really good brush to have. I actually recommend everybody have at least one stippling brush. I do actually have a smaller version of it. This is the M404. This is good for like blending in your highlight into your blush. I like to have both. You really only need one or the other, whichever, but this is a really great brush. The next two brushes are actually like bronzer contour brushes. This one is actually from e.l.f. This brush I'm pretty sure is like $4 or $6, and it's like my favorite bronzer brush ever. By the way, all these brushes are like really dirty because I like actually use them, and I just haven't gotten around to washing them. I apologize. Anyway, this is my favorite bronzer brush. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush. I actually used this to put on my bronzer today, and I feel like it's just like the perfect shape, the perfect size. The bristles are super soft. It really diffuses my bronzer really nicely. I like how it blends it out, and I like how it fits my cheeks. I got big cheeks and I need a big brush. I have tried like other brushes in this like general shape. There's actually one from Morphe that I bought that I just don't love as much as this one. I'm gonna go buy more of these. Now the next one, this is a Luxie contour brush. This is the Luxie 680 Pro Precision Face. Now I actually specifically use this with my NARS Laguna bronzer, just because it's not like the most pigmented bronzer out there, but I like that about it. And this actually picks up the product well. It's like an angled flat top kabuki, and it's like thinner here than it is here, you know, and you just like stamp it on there, and it does like also blend. You can blend upward, you know, and it's nice. It's nice. Like if you want to do cream contouring, this is a really nice brush. I actually use this with my, what do you call that? The Nude Sticks All Over Face color in Bondi Bay. I will, you know, draw on my face wherever I want to, and then I'll use this to like blend it out. So nice. I really like the density of this. It's thick enough to where it moves the product well, but it doesn't take it off your face. I really like that. Bristles are soft. The shape is awesome for contouring, and I just really like this brush. This next contouring brush, this is the Luxie 512 Small Contouring. By the way, Luxie is just, they make some of my favorite brushes. So a lot of them in this video are from Luxie. Actually, almost all of them. No, like half. But I bought all of these with my hard-earned money. Actually, most of them I got in a BoxyCharm. Anyway, this is the Luxie 512 Small Contouring Brush. I use this with actual contour, like when I actually want to contour my face, which is rare. I never contour my face. Or I should say, like, I rarely contour my face. Just because, like, these cheeks, you know. Plus, I feel like the rounder my face looks, the more youthful I look. Is that like, am I mistaken? Anyway, this is a really nice brush, really soft. I like the density of this brush for contouring with a powder because it's dense enough to where it moves the product around, but it's not too stiff, you know, to where you get like a harsh line. It does like move the product around and blend it and diffuse it, and it just looks wonderful with this brush. Okay, so I have 3 blush brushes to talk about. The first one is from Luxie. This is the Luxie 512 blush. It's like flat, but it's like in the shape like an A-line, you know what I'm saying? But it's also like really like it has a lot of give, and it's like super soft, and I love the size of this to like apply my blush. I feel like it gives me like the perfect amount of blush. It doesn't like put too much blush on my face, and then it also like blends it out really nicely. I love brushes like this for blush. This is like the perfect blush brush. Now the next one, I actually just bought this from Morphe. This is the R4. This is an angled blush brush. And again, it has enough density where it like puts on blush and like blends it out nicely, but it doesn't put too much product on your face. And it just like the shape and like the give, oh, just so nice. And it like blends out everything nicely, and it's like soft, and like I feel like I'm running out of things to say. But yeah, I love angled brushes like this for blush. It's just like it fits on the apples of your cheeks so nicely, and it blends everything out. It's super soft, and it has enough give to where it's not like clown face blush type thing, you know? Okay, now highlight is like my life. So I have like a gang of highlight brushes to talk about. I have problems. The first one is actually also from e.l.f. This is the angled blush brush. This is like almost identical to the blush brush that I just showed. I just don't like to use this for blush. I actually use this with my Essence Pure Nude highlighter to like really get like the tops of my cheekbones and like the temples and stuff. I really like the shape of this brush for that highlighter. I would probably also use this with the Hourglass highlighters, the ambient lighting powder. Just because like I like this for like those like sheeny highlighters that look like skin. I think Cover FX also has highlighters like that in like the duos. The bronzer blush duos, or the bronzer highlight duos, those highlights I like to apply with this brush just because it's like such a fine highlight. It's not metallic, it's very natural, and this I like to put those like all over my face. So this is the brush that I use to do that, just because of the shape, the density, the way it applies. Again, this is from e.l.f. It was super affordable. I think I paid maybe like $4 for this brush. I love this brush. I'm gonna go get some more. Now the next one, this came in the set with the other Royal and Langnickel. That's like really hard to say. Set. This is, I don't know, just like a highlight brush. I really like to use this for like loose highlighters and my Becca highlighters, and the highlighters that are like that formula, just because like it puts on such a light dusting. It doesn't go overboard, and it has like a lot of give. It's not like a stiff, dense brush. It has a lot of give, and it just lightly like highlights and just gives you like a wash of golden sheen. But I like this for that. I feel like it just lightly does it, okay? But again, really soft, really good density for loose highlighters, and I love this brush. This one is actually similar. This is from Luxie. This is the 540 Pro Precision Tapered. Now this I actually like to use for blush and for highlight. Like if I want like a light wash of blush, this is the brush that I will use. Like on no makeup days. Wait, did I say that right? When I want a little bit of blush just to look alive, but I don't want it to look like I did too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to look like my face is beat. This is the kind of brush that I'll use. I'll actually use like a glowy blush just because it gives it like a nice light wash. It's a light wash type of brush. Again, lots of give. It's not too dense, and it's tapered, so it gives you a really nice blend, and it doesn't just like leave spots all over your face. Now these two are like my favorite highlighter brushes. It doesn't matter what highlight it is, if it's loose, if it's pressed. These are like my favorite highlighter brushes ever. These are the Luxie 522 Tapered Highlighter brushes. I actually had 3 of these, but I gave one to my sister yesterday just because like she came in here, applied a highlight with that brush, and then like fell in love and looked at me and said, I need 5 million of these. They're tapered, so they give you like a nice, precise, but blended application of highlighter. It just like, it puts enough product on your face. If you really want to be like beaming, this is the brush to go for, because it is dense enough to put a lot of product on your face, but it also is tapered, so it blends it out really nicely. I really love these. I mean, this is bae. And an affordable version of that brush, I mean, it's a little different, but it's like the closest thing. This is actually the Real Techniques contour brush. This is like a similar shape. This is a little bit more dense, so it does pack a little bit more product on there, but it still gives you like the same effect that the Luxie brushes give you. And I think this is under $10, so it's a lot more affordable. And you can also use this to contour because of the tapered like point that it comes to. It gives you like a precise contour, but then you can put it on its side and then like blend. Anyway, that was it. Those were all of my favorite face brushes. Let me know if you guys like this, and I will do like a part 2 and show you guys all of my favorite like eye brushes. But like, let me know if you want to see that. Thank you to my co-host over here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe and stay tuned. Bristles. What am I trying to say? I don't even know. What's that word I said earlier? Bristles? And I mean, the blonde, oh my God, I need to get my life together. The blonde, and I'll use this Bae. What a bum.